yeah, dude, I can't stop jamming that fucking Post Malone album. It's funny how things at first, when you listen to music in certain situations, I think it was just because I had it on my phone.
Yeah, you know, that shit does happen. Even like the Kodak Black originally when you showed me Super Gremlin, and I was like, I don't bump to this. And then we're listening to it in the clubs real high, and it's just getting the vibes going. Sometimes different experiences have an effect, you know?
It really does. Because, dude, I started playing Post Malone in my car, jamming. Woo! The new song, Insane. I love that song. And the music video was cool. But damn, dude, Post Malone is a legend. And people are I was hating on it too, but it's just because it's a different album from his previous ones. It's got different vibes to it, different kind of beats and shit. But I think, I don't know, it's kind of futuristic, I think, a little bit. I think when we hear it in clubs, when we go to a club and finally hear some of that shit banging, whoo, it's going to be slappers.
It's like the natural evolution of country music too, almost.
Right?
Because he's like, some people get back. I don't know.
He's
just
yodeling.
Country twain.
And there's even that, like, violin type, tapping your foot on the ground type shit in it. You know what I mean? Where you're just going back and forth like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, I want to go see him live again. That concert was so badass.
I know. You've seen him live. I haven't had that opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, I miss going to concerts. Everyone's starting to announce tours. Dude, this year alone in music has just been insane. What a year so far. Joji, hopefully he drops an album. Suicide Boys drops a fucking album later this year.
Young Gravy.
Oh, my God. Young Gravy. That's someone I was trying to get. I was like, maybe if we just speak it into existence, it'll happen. Because I put a little poll on my Instagram. Should Young Gravy get on the Timbo Sugar Show? A lot of people want it. It was like 173 to like, I think people were trolling to like 20 or 30 votes that were no. But
it'd be fun to see him on there. You know, he's
so
a little
sick.
taller than you, I'm pretty sure, too.
He ain't taller than me. Young Gravy ain't taller than me.
In one of his songs, he's like 6'6" or something, he says.
I don't believe it. We'll see. I'm going to look that up after the pod. But yeah. What up, Jobins? Late on the intro, episode 79. Holy shit, we're almost at 80. Holy shit, we're still in the kitchen. Holy shit, we still got audio issues with echoes. But hey, baby, we appreciate you guys' support, right?
Oh, yes. I couldn't do it without you
Yeah,
guys.
holy shit, the numbers are growing. Thanks for all the love, guys. We appreciate it. To the donators, thank you, guys. We fucking love you guys. We're going to give you some more shout-outs on Instagram here soon. But yeah, what another eventful week we've had, man. Every week we just keep grinding and just shit keeps happening. It's been insane. How was your week?
Oof, it was good. It was good. Like, obviously the weekend before we had a lot of networking opportunities, which were awesome. But just during the week, having work going down, getting people taken care of. And then jujitsu's been freaking fire.
Give the Jobins the jiu-jitsu story. Let them know something recent that's happened or something. What's been going on with you?
Well, there's this one kid named Caleb who came in. He's like 12 years old. Respect to Caleb. And then it's fun messing with him because like I don't have to go 100% and I can still wreck him. Mm-hmm. But like,
you can wreck him.
Yeah, but
Caleb, are you hearing this?
He's 12, so he's got like
so you feel good whooping up on a younger kid?
Well, I'm like, dude, if I went to a middle school, I think I could beat up like all the middle schoolers. Pretty serious stuff.
Nah, Damien. I'm pretty sure he might be maybe he's in middle school or maybe he's in high school. Shout out Damien. He'd whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Damien would fuck me up. I'm scared of that kid after watching him roll with Juan. Mm-hmm. Juan's a thick Jobin up at Tim's gym, guys. Just massive guy, and he's really athletic. Super nice, too. Really nice guy. But he is just thick. Like, here's my knees. Here's Juan's knees, man. Like, it's just different. So that's what... And when I see a little kid rolling around with Juan doing shit, I'm like, oh, my God.
I'm trying to get better, too. And I've been working with people at my age and older, too, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then I'm getting ready for Blake. Sono, he's going down.
So you got a stripe. Are you going to do a tournament? Are you going to maybe get into tournaments?
Competition? Yeah, I definitely need to get a third day. I only do Tuesdays and Thursdays in jits. I'm thinking about putting another day up there to, just have more time to develop my skill set. And then competition would be fire. Would be cool to get into.
What weight class would you compete at? Would it be 115 or 125 or 120? What would it be? 110?
Well, I mean, I'm weighing in at 115 without cutting any weight.
Yeah, so 115 would be it?
Probably. I would think 115.
You wouldn't?
If I could even get... Who knows how many people are really in those matches.
I know.
But I would try.
You could be the UFC, what is it, Atom weight?
Atom weight.
Yeah. You could be the UFC atomweight champion. Dana White started. No, they can't even get fucking straw weights and they hate the flyweights. I believe in the little people.
Well, I mean, think about the championships that have gone on. It's been like Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno how many
And
times?
they're exciting. I think they're fun.
There's no like clear-cut guy that's dominantly the best.
Do you think it'll ever happen? Do you think that time will come where atom weights and straw weights are in the men's divisions?
I think so.
You think so?
I think within like
How long?
20 years, maybe less. I'm going off like a
Because of how much the sport's growing?
yeah, that's the main reason, and just more bodies and more body types.
And
You
there's going to
probably-
be those kids that were like you growing up who are like, oh, I can do that no matter what my size is.
Mhm.
And then they're going to be little badasses going to jiu-jitsu and shit.
Or I'm wrong. It never happens.
Yeah.
You never know.
We'll see. But yeah, Jobins. Damn. Well, let's hop into this. Isn't it weird? Tim and Sean bring a little surprise on us. What was it, last Saturday? Or was it Sunday? I think it was last Saturday. Yeah, it was last Saturday. We watch Sean do his training, which I guess let's do this real quick. Jobins, July 2nd. Be ready. A fucking storm is coming, dude.
Oh yeah.
Sean, it is so fascinating to watch someone be so strict and have the will to do what Sean does. Like, it's just so fascinating.
To be that disciplined and have all those temptations too. Like it'd be easy to, you know how many things are offered to you when you're in that position, and then just to stay focused on game.
It's inspiring, isn't it? Just to become like that.
Mm-hmm.
Be
It's
better.
an athletic mindset.
It
the
really
champion
is.
mindset.
And it comes secondhand to him like it's nothing. And then he's such a good guy at the end of the day. It's like, holy fuck, Sean. But yeah, he is dialed in. He's focused, Jobins. I really think it's going to be some type of head kick that gets Mr. Pedro. I think it's going to be quick. Yeah.
You know what's funny to me too is like how fighters try to get in other fighters' heads. Like you'll never be able to do that to Sean. Like
Yeah.
we've seen him deal with like bullshit after bullshit of like things coming in. He's like, ooh, I just got to do my breath work and
Yeah.
like just.
That's why even his
persevere.
online strategy is pretty genius. Because he doesn't get bothered by hate at all. And he almost like is trolling the trollers.
Mm-hmm.
And and at the end of the day, he knows where his mindset is. And it's obvious because, yeah, I can't fucking wait. And I can't wait to meet all you Jobins who are going to Vegas July 2nd. If you're not going Jobins this time, there's going to be another time. Going to be another Sugar Shane event. We all's going. We ain't missing the Sugar Shane events. So I can't wait. So yeah, we watch Sugar Shane doing his thing on Saturday. Pop, 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 pop. We're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Meeting and then seeing all these people doing their thing, which is just an honor to be there every single time. We're going there after this pod, right after. But yeah, Tim's like, yo, Little Zan's coming on the pod today. Do you want to join? And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. How cool was that, dude? Meeting Little Zan and his crew.
It was, and they seemed like all down to earth people too,
Right?
You know, they how many hours in the studio? They say like 26, like
Oh, yeah,
a whole
dude.
freaking day.
Yeah. I just want what's best for Little Zan, and we shouldn't even call him Little Zan.
Diego,
Yeah.
he goes by Diego now because he wants to get away from that image. I
Right.
think.
Right? So, Mr. Diego, I just wish the best for him. He says he went to rehab and he's been off some drugs for some time, still smoking and drinking. But I get it. You know, when you're doing hardcore drugs, it takes a lot to get off that.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably so insane.
And to like get to the rise from like almost glorification, or not glorification, but like the message of drugs being in your songs so prevalently, to where like, you know, Sean didn't get famous through like drug use and drug abuse type messages.
Yeah.
So it's like even harder for Diego because of like the genre he's in and the industry he's in, to where like I could only see more pressure being put on you to like even do drugs or be in that drug culture.
Oh, yeah. Even when you're like, what we've experienced when we go to parties and stuff, drugs are there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And people are friendly. They offer them to you, you know, people. And it's a dangerous world. You got to have self-control like a motherfucker. That's what's so damn impressive about Sean. And that's what I thought was really cool about Tim and Sean even have Diego on the pod like that, because they just wanted to kind of give him a little advice because they like him. Diego's a really cool guy. Like, he's super nice. Couldn't have been more. He seemed pretty humbled, but it's just fucking, dude, mental health is a bitch, dude. Mental health is such a motherfucker. And it's tough for people like Tim and Sean when they're such goal-minded and really positive mindsets all the time. It's something they're constantly focusing on. It's hard for them to understand how people aren't like that.
Well, You know what would help a lot of people like that? Even Wiz Khalifa is a good example of someone who I think does a lot of physical work and stuff, who probably has a better mindset from coaches and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It'd be awesome if Lil or Diego were able to find like a gym close by or something, even if he went one day a week.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just to get that kind of discipline in there too.
Yeah, because something that I think that is real, because when you're mentally ill, now I get it, Jobins. I'm not trying to preach anything. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to come off like a Mr. Know-It-All. It's just my opinion. And I feel like when people have mental health and they have these doctors say, oh, you need this, you need to take this, and this is what will make you feel better. This is what will fix you. When it's like, oh, man, yeah, maybe for some people who are having the good routines and still are depressed,
Like a chemical dependency.
and they get that little fix and it makes them feel positive. I get that. But there's so many people that I know that aren't eating right, sleeping right because of me. I know from my personal experiences. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to be Mr. Fatty, eating the wrong foods, thinking the wrong mindsets, doing the wrong things, and what it equals. It equals depression. It equals fucking anxiety. It equals a lot of things. So you got to work on it every day. And I think that if a lot of people like Diego, if he would eat better, sleep better, do healthier things, I think that would help a person like him greatly because talking to him, he's very goal-minded. He has that goal mentality and his whole crew does. They have that. You know what I mean? So I feel like if he would just kind of get a couple more things that maybe someone's never told him, like Tim and Sean were kind of getting at in some points, you never know, dude.
I think
save a fucking life.
That's great advice, and I don't think that you come off as a know-it-all at all because we still are even trying to implement that in our lives daily. Because we're still learning, and Sean and Timbo, they're still learning every time too. You know,
I am so grateful.
Constant evolution.
100%.
And I think that's kind of something that we've learned here is like that you're always learning.
Exactly.
And yeah, again, that would be great for them to get that shit going.
Yeah. But yeah, so shout out Diego. He said he's going to be dropping some music soon with his new album and new project. So
yeah. They were saying more mature content too, not like his earlier stuff.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see what happens.
I'm not gonna lie. I was blaring Betrayed after we hung out with him and shit. Even before we were getting ready to go to the Penthouse, I was blaring that shit. I'm like, this is crazy. It's just crazy, Jobins, because opportunities like that I never thought. And I was so nervous. I was so fucking nervous going. But I'm not gonna lie. It's just insane when opportunities like that just happen. We had no clue. When we woke up on Saturday, we had no clue we were even going to meet Diego and his guys and meet Elijah and then all of a sudden be partying at fucking Penthouse.
Right.
So it's just like, and it's just, that's an example of like anything can happen any day, Jobins. You could be having a shitty time for a long time and then all of a sudden you have one day that just changes your complete life. So just remember that because it's like, it's tough. I'm still the same way. Like I miss my family and friends, but I know at the end of the day I'm doing something right. And then I'll see him and talk to him. I still talk to him and everything. But when you're having those down days and maybe you feel like you've been depressed for a long time, you can do it. Something can happen that just changes. Because I feel like I'm a new man. Now we get invited, when Elijah invites us, I ain't going to be nervous at all, dude. I'm like, let's go, baby. Let's go. Like you said, that's a penthouse of opportunities. Because, again, I was humbled again. In the party scene life with Elijah and his crew.
Yeah.
Here I am, because I don't know about you, Jobins, but I hate when I go to a party and it's like almost like high school. There's ego problems and there's different types of groups in the party and like some people don't even really communicate. Dude, we go to we meet Elijah. He fucking invites us to the Penthouse. Nicest dude in the world.
Mm-hmm. He comes down even to,
find us,
show us how to help.
Yeah, dude. Nicest dude in the world. His whole crew's nice. Everyone's welcoming. Everyone's having a good time. What was really cool was, because I've never been to a Penthouse before.
Same.
That dude knows how to host a party. That dude, he's like a pro hoster. He's making sure everyone's having a good time. He's bringing fun energy. He's like making sure it's all safe. If people have bad vibes, he's kicking them the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Did he kick people out?
He kicked a mom out.
I hadn't noticed.
I don't want to spit. I don't want to like start drama or anything, so I won't say much. But he had to kick someone's mom out. So like, he really makes sure that everyone's having a real good time. And again, I'm excited to hang out with him again and talk to him. It'd be cool to get him on the pod. because he works for that Rise company. And I would love to learn more about that kind of stuff and learn his story because it seems pretty fucking interesting.
I would love to learn how many other people he's had the honor or like
Collab
been able
with.
to meet and then have come at his penthouse because I'm sure he has so many stories.
Oh, dude. Jobins, the fucking view. Brenden was scared.
I hate heights so bad, and then like just it's 30 stories up. Oh my god, I can't do it.
Yeah, and your boy Schmitty, I was dealing with some anxiety, Jobins, because I was nervous. Sugar Shane didn't go. It was just me and Brenden. And we're going to this fucking penthouse. I don't feel like I belong. I'm always kind of like that. Even when I've been in Vegas that one, I was like, oh man, I'm not. People are in line and they're all dressed up and shit. I'm like, oh god, I'm in a t-shirt and blue jeans. Like, and that's how it was at the party. So like, I got to get some fits. So that helps make you feel good. You know, like you feel more belong. Mm-hmm. But just not going to a big group of people, not knowing who I am, what they were trying to help us get. You know what I mean? And I was like nervous about that. And I drank a lot, Jobins.
You had a little bit too much to drink.
Yeah. I was good until around 4 a.m. 4 a.m. or maybe 3 a.m. What would you say? Probably 3 a.m. to 4 a.m.
I'd say 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Because we got home at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, thank you for that.
It was like 3:40.
God, I love you.
In your car, I remember.
I couldn't have loved you any more than that night. I had never felt so. I wanted to like kiss you. Because I remember just your boy's Schmitty's throwing up off the balcony, right? At that time, I got nothing left. I threw up in the bathroom. Elijah, I cleaned it up as much as I could, brother. The whole world was spinning, but I cleaned that bitch up. And then it was funny because you said how many girls were outside the bathroom?
At least probably like 10.
Dude, I remember like 2. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they kept going back, so it's probably dark and you can't see very well.
Oh, God. Oh, man. And I'm a very expressive throw-upper. I'm very expressive. Yeah, dude. Like, I am telling you that I am in pain. You know. Oh, you go, oh, my God, is he okay?
I didn't see anything. It was typical drinking too much throw up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Luckily, thank God, I threw up in the bathroom alone. The only embarrassing part was those chicks waiting. Who knows what they heard? I sure don't. You know what I mean? And then when we threw up out on the balcony, there was no one around. And that's when I was like, dude, I was doing the finger down the throat, Jobins, just wiggling that motherfucker around, trying to get everything out, drinking water, just throwing it right back up. I hate being drunk. It helps.
No, you hate drinking too much.
Oh,
because there's levels. There's levels to how drunk you can get.
You guys want to know my story too? How you got to watch yourself in a fucking with chicks in a club in a penthouse like that? I can't say it, but that was the vibes I would get. This chick knew I was fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. And it's getting close to like her and her friends are leaving. She starts pouring a whole bunch more alcohol and soda in my cup and just a teeny bit in mine. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, take a shot with me. I'm like, okay. And I'm fucked up at this moment, right? I'm already like holding on to shit, not being able to stand. This is what I'm remembering, right? And I'm just already confused with how much she is drinking compared to me. And then she starts saying stupid random shit like, oh my God, you hate me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't hate anybody. And then she's like, but she's being laughing and joking about it. You know what I mean? Then she does take another shot with me. Again, a little bit to her, a whole bunch to me. And my stupid dumbass, because she's cute, does it. And then I'm like, can I get your Instagram? And she gives it to me, right? This is at the end of the night. And then all of a sudden, she probably had to have been like 19, 20, right? Mm-hmm. She seemed kind of young. Then she's like, here, follow me. And she grabs my hand like, what the fuck? Okay. And then she takes me to her group of friends, right? Mm-hmm. I missed the part before that. Her group of friends are in the kitchen, right? And they take my phone. When I go to give her, I'm like, what's your Instagram? I give her my phone. She takes my phone, gives it to her friend. Oh. And then she's like, and she says right in front of me, this isn't my phone, and hands it to her friend. And her friend goes, oh, this isn't my phone. And like, she's looking at her other friend. And I'm like, but luckily, whenever I'm fucked up, I know I'm fucked up and I'm still there. You know what I mean? I think I might have, I don't think I blacked out because I think.
You didn't do anything foolish. I told you that the next day. I was like, you didn't do anything to embarrass yourself.
Because I'm always in my head going, fuck, you're fucked up, Schmitty. Like, keep it cool, bro. Like, that's just how I am. So I'm like, that's my phone. And she completely ignores me. And then she starts to go to hand it to one of her other friends. This is a group of like 8, 9 chicks, right? And I'm like, I just took it. I'm like, that's my phone. You know what I mean? And I just took my phone. That's when her and her group of, well, she didn't leave. Her group of friends dip. They go out in the balcony, right? And then that's when I think she gave me another shot or something. I'm kind of trying to remember. Then that's when she took my hand and took me out to the balcony, and they're all trying to figure out how to get home to order an Uber.
It's probably why she got you so drunk too.
Yeah.
To try to make you get like, oh, okay, I'll pay for it.
And she's calling me baby and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you? I don't even know who you are. Don't call me baby. And they're all like, oh, how are we going to get home? She's like, oh, can you pay for an Uber for us, baby? I'm like, I'm broke. And they're like, oh, don't you have like Zelle? I'm like, no, even though I do have Zelle. And they're like, that's why I left all my shit here before we dipped, dude. Credit cards and shit. Because even Sugar Shane told us a crazy club story about how some chick stole his jewelry box. But luckily he had all his jewelry on him. I'm like, dude, that's fucked up. So you just gotta be careful. And that's me being a rookie. You know what I mean? I ain't spent enough time around club girls and shit like that who finesse.
Yeah, you definitely got to be careful with those. I mean,
yeah, because I'm not I want you guys to get home safe, but why am I the one that's responsible for paying for an Uber to get all you guys home in a downtown city where an Uber's probably how much
on a Friday? Yeah, on Friday night.
Like
at what time?
It's not like I don't want them ladies to get home safe, but damn,
it's not your responsibility.
That's fucked up. So that pissed me off a little bit. But dude, that's what fucking killed me. That's what put me over the edge. Because before I was having such a good time talking to these 2 chicks. I'm not going to name them. And I was having such a good time. But even then I was too fucked up. And I was even like trying to have a conversation. And I knew in my head, I'm like, I got too fucked up for this. And I was kind of I even knocked over a cup. I did one of them rookie things.
Hey, at least you went. We went though. Because a lot of people that don't know anyone at a party might just be like, I'm more comfortable just not going.
And I'm so glad we went because we made friends with a bunch of guys and they're super cool. And now look, I'm excited to go again. We're going to get some fits. We're going to look a lot better. We'll have more fun.
Yeah. I had my shirt off a lot of the time. I felt feeling confident, feeling good. No one in the pool. There's a pool on the top of the penthouse. Yeah. It was empty. I wanted to swim.
I got to have a couple cool conversations with Diego. That was really cool. He's such a nice guy. The whole crew's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's our penthouse story, Jobins. Brenden got us home safe. Because, he wasn't drunk, drinking and driving. Don't think that. I guess it was for like 2 hours. He was just he wasn't babysitting me because he could have literally went and did anything, but you decided to take care of me.
Yeah. Another reason you weren't probably blackout, when you start throwing up too, that takes it out of you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm so glad I threw up because the next day wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And I just remember drinking a whole bunch of water when we got back home.
You were still hungover though the next day, and it was
like death.
I felt good because I know you seen me like that a bunch, and then to see you on that end, I was like, haha.
Bro, all I need is weed, man. Yeah. So shout out Elijah, shout out Tim for letting us be there because look what happens, crazy things. Yeah. Let's get into we need to do our UFC predictions real quick.
Oh yeah.
Let's do the main card. We're only going to do the main card today, Jobins. Because guess what? The fights are today. By the time you guys see this, they probably already happened. So you're more like, oh, how wrong was Ricky and Brenden? Let's find out.
I'm on the money. I know it.
We'll find out, baby. I wish, Jobins, I got some scheduling things figured out. I'm on a set schedule now. So me and Brenden are hopefully going to get on a scheduling with hopefully uploading every Sunday. Because shit was crazy. I was on Tim's pod. I was on the... Sean and Tim's pod. So it was just a busy week. That's why me and Brenden, and I had to work. He had to work. So that's why we didn't get to do a pod last weekend. But yeah, here we go. UFC 275.
275.
Yeah. It's just because I'm so excited for UFC 276.
Yeah, I know.
It's next. This card took a fucking toll, dude. 4 fights canceled. There's only 11 fights. Even Tim was kind of saying, I'm like, yeah. But who knows? It could still be a good night.
There's still good fights on the main card's still good.
Yeah. Glover versus Yuri, dude. This one's fun. I think this is an actual real good fight. It's weird, dude. This dude's old as fuck. 42 years old. 6-fight win streak. Doing his thing.
He's just beating people up.
Submitting motherfuckers. And then you got this next up dude. But guess what, dude? It's his 3rd UFC fight.
Yuri's,
dude. It's his 3rd. This is his 3rd. He's only had 2 UFC fights, and he's getting a title shot against a guy, bro. Jobins, I just have to go over this because this is actually Glover's career he is going in the Hall of Fame. He's already stamped Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah.
42 years old. It's got to be the oldest UFC champion. How old was Dan Hindo? How old was Michael? Same age?
Yeah, probably around the same age.
Yeah.
He might be the oldest.
He might.
Maybe one of the Nogueiras too might have been old. We'll have to look
Put
that
it in
up.
the comments.
Let us know.
We should do more studying. Dude, when there's just so much you've watched, it's crazy how long we've watched UFC and how much. So it's crazy. Okay? Man, listen to this. Last 2 wins, submitted both Jan, who's a badass, submitted him, and Thiago Santos.
I know.
Another
badass.
person. People are like, oh, he's a great striker, right? Yuri's a great striker. But people are acting like Glover ain't never fought one before. He's fought several who are heavy hitters.
He went to decision with John Jones too.
Yeah. The only thing that scares me a little is the speed. Yuri's got that young speed. He's got accuracy. I think if Glover can survive the first 2 rounds of Yuri, and then he can get Yuri tired, I think it's game over. I think Glover submits him. Because listen to this, Jobins. Wins over Jan, Thiago, Anthony Smith, Nikita Krylov, Ion Kuntalaba. Ion, that's another dude who's a fucking killer. Carl Baby K. Robinson, Misha Kirkunov, Jared Cannonier, Rashad Evans, Patrick Cummings, OSP, Ryan Bader, James DeHuna, Rampage.
It's a who's who of fighters.
Dude, he's fought everybody, Jobins. He's 42 years old. The only reason he does lose this fight is because it finally hit him.
He gets knocked out.
He gets knocked out. That's how he loses this fight.
Or TKO because of getting dropped. But yeah. Yuri, too. Like, it's been how long since he's fought? Over 400 days.
Yeah. And what was really cool, dude, is when Glover entered the UFC, 5-fight win streak, and then goes to fight John Jones, loses by decision. That's just because of how good John Jones is. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, he's great.
The only person that, at the end of the day, the person who beat John Jones was John Jones. That's the story written. And for him to go on a 5-fight range and then to go to the decision with John Jones, dude, 42 years old. Like, dude, I'm going with Glover. I would be way more sad if Glover lost than if Yuri. Because Yuri's, Glover can retire soon, and Yuri's right there. He could become champ.
Man, I'm just worried because, he did really well against Dominic Reyes. He made him look bad. He killed him.
Warlock
there's a
said
chance
Dominic Reyes would be champion if it wasn't for John Jones. I'm like, dude.
How close was he to beating John Jones? Yeah. You were arguing for a minute there about the 3 rounds to the 2 rounds.
Right.
But those championship rounds, and he was fading.
But I'm telling you, Jan's a badass. And Glover's a badass. There's more people than John Jones. At the time, I was like, oh, wow, Dominic Reyes.
John Jones beats Jan, too. He takes him down, actually,
yeah,
and does worse than Glover.
I am excited to see the heavyweight matchup with John Jones.
Yuri's been training with Henry Cejudo, though. Like, maybe his takedown dude.
For my UFC card collection, I need Yuri to win. That would be the more valuable way for me to go. But I do have some sick Glovers. But I have a lot more sick Yuri rookies and shit. So for my UFC value card collection, let's go Yuri. He's on a 12-fight win streak. That's pretty crazy. 6-fight win streak, 12-fight win streak. I think Glover wins either by decision or submission.
Second round TKO, ground and pound. He's going to take him down first round, beat him up real bad. Second round, God. Beat him up real bad again, and then he's going to break him.
But who knows? Yuri has looked really good. He's scary. He's young. He could be next up. I'm not doubting the guy. But I love the confidence in Glover at the weigh-ins. He's like, good luck, buddy. Because it's just like he knows. You know what I mean? He knows. Dude, 3rd fight in the UFC. The UFC experience alone, that would be tough. It's a tough challenge. That's why he's just like, good luck, buddy. And it's just like, oh, my God, I felt that. All right, Valentina Shevchenko versus Talia Santos. How can you not go against Valentina, right? Only 2 losses in the UFC to both to Amanda Nunes. 8-fight win streak. Lauren Murphy, Jessica Andrade, Jennifer Maia, Caitlin Kukakian.
Something.
Liz Carmouche, Jessica Ai, Joanna Jurjicic, and Priscilla Cochera. 5'5", 6.5. But she's thinking about that bantamweight title, I think, dude. Because guess what? She already beat Juliana Pena by armbar.
Yeah.
So that I feel like it's like, ooh, you better not be overlooking this chick for that other upper weight class. I feel like one of those moments.
Me too.
I feel like it's one of those moments, dude. This chick now, she's 28, and here's another weird thing, dude. Valentina's 34,
And then
she's looking really good. It's not like she's slowing down. If anything, she's progressing. You could argue, but I'm just like, damn, 34. Whew. This chick's 28 now. Again, 4-5 win streak. Molly McCann, Gillian Robertson, Roxanne Modafferi, and then she just submitted Joanna Wood. So it's like, that's decent. It's decent.
Yeah.
She has the height and reach.
19-1-0. That's a damn good record.
Good record. Dude, I was telling people, I'm like, this reminds me of the Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey. And then they shit on me. And they're like, Ronda Rousey submitted fight. I'm like, I'm just saying with like the feeling of everything, it just kind of feels like it.
Talia Santos is a bigger fighter.
Yeah, and she comes out of nowhere. You know, it just kind of feels like here she is out of nowhere.
I'm getting an upset vibe.
I would like it. But then again, it's like, nope, just another domination by fucking Valentina.
I mean, I think she might be the best right now, Valentina.
Oh, dude, hands down. Hands down. The best woman fighter.
This could be an upset, though, and I'm feeling it.
It would be crazy. Because what if, I think for Talia Santos to win this fight, she has to fight really smart. Really smart.
After Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena, I'm like, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Even
just stay long. I would just say, stay long and be smart. Be fucking defensive as fuck. Watch out for them feet. Them feet are coming.
The strength is going to matter 100% because Valentina Shevchenko
so
against
strong.
Jessica Andrade, just how...
And she's so strong.
She's strong. So if she's stronger than Talia, then
it's game over.
I don't see how it's going to happen.
It's an interesting fight. I'm excited for it. Zhang Weili versus Joanna. What's interesting is, dude, the last time Joanna fought was against Weili. That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years. I'm like, damn, she hasn't fought since Weili. Crazy. Time, man. Time. And, Weili, 21-3. Last win was against Joanna. Mm-hmm. Then she lost twice against Rose. That was by the way, I was like, damn, that fight was a split decision?
The second one that they had?
No, the Weili versus Joanna, their first fight.
Oh, yeah. You know, the reason that I think it went more in her favor was because the physical damage you could see on Joanna. She had that big, second forehead.
I really should have rewatched the fucking fight.
She looked scary after the end of the fight.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's all I remember. And what I remember is I was like, I thought I remember Weili piecing her the whole time. Again, I should have went back and rewatched. Well.
It was a good fight.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, man, I guess it was a closer fight than I remember. So who do you got in this one?
I have Joanna winning.
You got Joanna.
I think she's in the right mindset, too. I know that people could say ring rust and everything, but I follow her on Instagram.
She's only lost to the best, dude.
And she seems like she has a lot of positive people around her. She's probably in her most positive mindset. I think she's going to be in a good place for this fight.
She's 2-4 in the last 5 years, but they've been to the fucking best. Valentina, Rose, and Weili.
And I think Weili's going to get wrecked.
This is crazy. I think, where's Weili's mindset?
Mm-hmm. After those 2 losses to someone who just had one of the worst performances, maybe in UFC history.
Dude, you can't everyone's shitting on Rose because of one performance, dude. She's really good. It's just that mental mindset, dude. Mm-hmm. And it's true. The more I found, like, the way Sean was talking about Pat Perry and Rose's relationship, I was like, yeah, it is a little weird.
But think about losing to someone like that who you think is mentally inferior to yourself. Unless you think like that you don't have the confidence. I saw zero confidence in there against. She was a better opponent than Carla. She could have stopped those takedowns easy, I feel like. And she was too focused on them. And like you said, she is an amazing fighter.
Maybe she was fighting too smart.
Too scared to me.
Or too smart, just trying to I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck we watched in that cage that night. That's just one of them weird fights, man. It's like them stare down fights that we had. T. Wood and Stephen Thompson. Or Wonder Boy. That is right.
That was even... I mean, I feel like there was more action in those fights still.
Oof. That's tough. All right. Jake Matthews versus Andre Falijo. I like this fight, dude. I really do. Because I like Jake Matthews a lot. His lost fights, that Sean Brady guy by arm triangle. But before that, he was on 4-fight win streak. Dude, Jake brings the fight. He's 27. He brings the fight, right? And then you got Andre, 16-4, 2-fight win streak, both KOs. His last loss was that Michael Pierre guy, that crazy guy, flipping around the cage and shit.
We saw his last
Dude,
knockout too live.
This is what's interesting about this dude, though. He just joined the UFC this year. This is his 4th fight this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's some like Hamzat shit.
Do you remember he knocked out Van Camp? I think he might have had like the first knockout of the or one of the.
He's
big
taller
knockouts
and
on it.
I'm scared for Jake. Because dude, he's taller and longer. Who knows, man? But again, it's his 4th fight this year.
I think Jake's getting knocked out.
You think so?
I think he's getting knocked out. This guy's got power in his hands.
We'll see, man. Like I said, Jake brings it. We'll see. Who do I pick? Who do I put my money on? I'm going Andre. I'm sorry, Jake.
I have personal bias. We saw Andre in UFC 274, dude. That was sick.
Yeah.
He knocked Van Camp out pretty good.
All right, this one. Jack Della Maddalena
Yeah.
versus Ramazan Amez. My bad. Again, this dude, the Jack guy, 11-fight win streak. What do you think? And he's from the Contender Series. But here, again, this is another one. It's his 2nd fight in the UFC. The other dude's had 8 fights in the UFC.
And they're going to throw him against a Dagestani guy.
Yeah.
That's just not, I saw this meme where it was like
Australia versus Russia, baby.
When a fighter that Dana doesn't like asks for a fight and he's like, the best I can do is a Dagestani.
Yeah, true. Hey, man, this guy's taller, longer. He's just got to fucking play his reach. Stop the takedowns. Fuck.
Stop the take. Hopefully.
Hey, he lost his last fight. But that means he's coming back for this one. I think that'll be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a good fight. Fuck, who do you go with? You're going with the fucking Russian, huh?
I'm going to Meave, 100%.
I'm going Australian. I'm going the Australian. Let's go. So, yeah, those are our main card picks, Jobins. Sorry we didn't get them out before. We'll work on it. How wrong were we? Let us know.
I think I'm confident.
Yeah. Ooh, before how much time we got? Ooh, we don't have that much time. Jobins, we saw Top Gun 2. Brenden doesn't believe in me, but I say it's better than the original. It reminds me of Terminator 2 with being better than Terminator.
Terminator 2 is groundbreaking. This movie's just a recycled Top Gun 1.
How dare you?
Ooh, sentimentality, all this stuff
How dare you?
that we liked in the first one.
It was member berries at its finest.
Oh, like you can just watch a movie from the 80s.
No, dude. It had it all.
It's about building something new, and I felt rushed.
Dude, I ain't seen
relationships.
I haven't seen an 80s intro like that since the 80s. And I wasn't even alive, dude.
You know what movies do a better job of bringing back 80s movies and modernizing them and making them contemporary? The Creed
Cruise.
The Creed movies from the Rocky. Creed 1 and Creed 2, legendary movies.
So you're telling me
doing their own thing. I don't feel like I'm just watching a copied and pasted version of an 80s
That
film.
is the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I want to hear
That
it.
is the most
How
hypocritical
so?
thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Rocky movies are a formula of Rocky movies repeated in every single one of them, even in the remakes, even with the fucking Creed. Creed is the fucking same formula as Rocky. Beating a bad guy or losing. Which one is it? Tune in to find out this time. Ooh, this is the trilogy. Come on,
Have
dude.
you even watched Creed 2?
Come on,
Have you
dude.
watched Creed 2?
I didn't need to.
He didn't
I
even
already
watch
know.
Creed 2, and he's going to talk about movies he hasn't seen.
Dude, Creed 1 was decent. I don't need
Was
Creed
decent?
2.
Creed 2 was good as hell.
I would rather go back and watch Rocky 5.
No, Rocky 5? What?
Yeah, I said it.
You know Rocky 4 is the one with the Russian.
I don't care. I'm talking about the one where he talks to his kid and gives him the speech of a lifetime. The greatest speech in the Rocky.
That's Rocky Balboa. That's not Rocky
Fuck,
5.
Rocky Balboa.
You don't even know the Rocky movies. You're
Well,
just going
yeah,
to come in
because-
here talking about them?
Well, yeah, when they're all the same,
Okay.
they fucking blend. They fucking intertwine. I forget. I think that's the same thing, though. Because you're right. Certain movies do have formulas. That was a formula movie, 100 trillion%.
The relationship building's way better. It doesn't take one freaking game of football to make best friends with somebody.
That dude was like, he was meant to be the guy you hate, but he actually was like kind of a good dude at the end of the day. He just liked fucking with people. He wasn't a complete asshole. He just liked fucking with people. So at the end of it's not very hard to win over a guy who's not if he's a complete asshole and just an asshole to everyone and anyone, it'd be a lot harder to change that guy than a guy who's just fucking around all the time. So no. Next,
It was a
what's your
good
next
movie,
one?
but to say it's better is like, well,
dude.
Let
me know, Jobins, did you go see it? And who do you agree with? Because I strongly believe that Top Gun 2 is better than Top Gun. Just like even the new Mission Impossibles, I can't fucking wait to see the new one. Those are formulated movies. They are all formulated the same way, but yet they have gotten better every time.
Those movies. I agree, have gotten better every time. It
Every
didn't
time.
feel like a copy paste.
But it is.
The formula's there, but it's getting intensified every time. And I feel like even the acting's on level too. It's like James Bond, except he's the American version, and the stakes are always getting higher. That's what's so awesome about the Mission Impossible movies. Almost like the Fast and Furious movies, which I give exception to, because those movies are always going above and beyond.
Dude, that
Top Gun was like, okay, we got this old guy with old fighter jets doing old shit.
No, he was trying to teach the young squad.
Old stuff.
And it's almost like a beautiful metaphor to movies. Because it's like, these movies, Top Gun, those movies, Top Gun 2, how beautiful and awesome that movie was, aren't being made as much. They're not being made as much. And I felt like that was what the message was. Because Tom Cruise's character was such a damn good pilot. And now everyone's relying on technology and better things to do their job better. When sorry about that, Jobins. My bad. When Tom Cruise is proving in his whole entire fucking mission that it takes teamwork and great skills to get a mission completed. Just like in the movie industry, you're getting all these stupid fucking superhero movies now and other movies that are just so bad with CGI, they're horrible. Awful. And then you got Netflix movies like The Irishman, who are spending $126 million for the cast to have some cheddar, and they give us one of the shittiest mafia movies of all time. You liked it.
I haven't seen The Irishman.
I thought you liked that one.
I haven't watched it.
Sorry, my bad. That was Josh and everyone back at home. My bad.
I need to watch it.
I guarantee you'd watch it and you'd like it. But
I like The Matrix Resurrection, so you might have a point.
CGI has killed movies. And I feel like that's what it is. Because there's a line in there where it's like, your breed is dying. And it's like, movies are dying. Even Tim, it had his focus the whole time.
I'm not saying it was a bad movie, but your praise of it being better than Top Gun 1 is a bit ridiculous.
Well, let's go back, me and you.
Yeah, when's the last time you saw Top Gun 1?
Probably sometime in maybe from either 14, 15, around 14, 15, 16, my teens.
And Rocky 4 technically is still better than Creed 2.
100%. Yeah.
Which I think is the same argument for Top Gun, though.
I don't know. Let's go back and rewatch it. I'll be fair. I'll go give Top Gun a rewatch with my fresh mind. And then when Top Gun 2 comes out on Blu-ray and DVD, I'm going to watch it again. And I'll give some time. And we'll come back on this pod. I'm like, you know what, Brenden, you were right.
But what I like about the 80s was the cheesiness of it, and there's cheesiness in the new one.
Oh, yeah.
Great balls of fire.
Dude, you're telling me that scene didn't hit you, dude? Dude, when they're...
Dude, that scene was corny as hell.
Miles
I
Teller,
laughed, but it made me laugh.
I'm sad.
In a good way. It was good.
I hope whatever happened with Miles Teller's personal life and all that shit, I hope it got resolved. I hope he doesn't do kind of whatever.
What? I didn't know he was in trouble.
It was... Go look it up, Jobins. It was a long time ago. Because I love Miles Teller. I think he's a great actor.
Oh, yeah, great one.
People make mistakes. Like the one Flash guy, the guy who plays the Flash, he's always in trouble.
He's
He's beating people's asses in bars and shit. And it's like, dude, you're the Flash. Calm down, bro.
He's thinking he can get away in time.
What would the Flash do?
Run away.
Dude, you got to be able to stoicism, Flash.
Yeah.
But we all make mistakes. You know what I mean? Everyone can make a mistake. And it's how you deal with that mistake and grow and move on. Tim would be like, oh, he would say the fucking worst absolute mistake you can ever make. And I'm like, well, that would take jail and a whole bunch of other shit, dude. We're not that deep, Tim.
Yeah.
We're not that deep into trouble, blood.
Well, damn, I'll have to look all in that. I didn't know that.
Maybe it was nothing. It was a long time ago. I don't know. Let me know, Jobins. Let us know in the comments. Because Miles Teller, dude, kills it. Kills it in that. Killed it in the Fireman movie. What is that movie called? Whatever. It's a Fireman movie. It's really good. He's just really good. And you didn't like War Dogs, but I thought War Dogs was really good. I learned a lot of shit because of that movie. I thought the acting was good. Jonah Hill was pretty crazy in it though. But yeah, I love Miles Teller. Yeah, I feel like they could have made a whole movie on Miles Teller's character.
From War Dogs?
No, my bad. From Top Gun 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he was kind of the main guy, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess it's still Tom.
Yeah. All right, next we got we're running out of time. Stranger Things review. What'd you think?
Ooh,
Jobins,
amazing.
warning, if you haven't finished Stranger Things, zip through a couple minutes. Because we're not going to spoil anything. Won't spoil. But my over review, darkest season, best season, brought me back into being a fan of Stranger Things. What about you?
It didn't bring. I was a fan the whole time, but it's definitely I like the evolution of it, and it is the darkest, like you said.
Yeah.
And the villain was really good. I liked all the pieces fitting together.
And now they confirm that the season 5 will happen. So we're going to get our part 2 July 1st, which is only a couple episodes, but they're fucking hour lengths. They're movie lengths. One's like 2.5, isn't it? Remember me telling you? I forget. But yeah.
Dude, think about them keeping Stranger Things going and maybe doing it in like another 10 years or something, and they're in like 1995 or something.
And they're old.
And
they're like our age by then.
And they could do 90s stuff now, though.
Yeah.
It'd be cool as hell.
It'd be sick. But yeah, definitely the darkest. The one chick killed it the whole entire season. What's her name? Sadie Sink.
Who plays Max?
Yeah, Sadie Sink. That's my girl. She fucking killed it. Her whole story. I feel like the season was dedicated more around her story, her character. Like maybe not the most, but one of the most. I didn't realize going back. I'm like, damn, Billy, she's been in this. She was introduced in season 2, which I'm like, fuck. It felt like last season for some reason, but I don't know. Yeah, last season just kind of threw me off. Again, the weakest part to me about Stranger Things was Harper's,
which I love.
You love it.
I love that whole side plot. It fits with the 80s theme, the
Yeah.
Cold War theme. You got to keep it.
Yeah. There were a couple characters that killed it. The one guy with the long black hair, he was funny. There was a couple new side characters like that.
Yeah.
And his Russian buddy. I liked him. And the whole Russian thing, I liked his buddy.
Dude, and then the Demigorgon. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't say more.
So yeah, I'm excited. Definitely excited for part 2. That'll be interesting. Barry, season 3. Little disappointed. What do you think?
It was good, but I was a little disappointed because it felt like more things could have happened. And
Is
we
the season
waited so
over?
long. The season's over, right?
So-
No. We got one more episode.
Are you sure?
We have one more because remember it said the season finale.
Oh,
and we were
okay.
like, okay, because that didn't seem like an ending.
It didn't.
So there's one more episode actually.
It's
of Barry.
the acting is still good. The writing is still good. Like we were talking about, I think the biggest issue with Barry right now, Jobins, is the length of the show episode. They're 3-4 minutes, 9 minutes long.
Like a half hour.
Half hour.
With if you had commercial breaks, right? So it's
And
like
there's
20
so much
plus.
going on. There's so many things going on. I need a little more depth in certain things. I wish Barry was hour-long shows. I think if they were hour-long shows, it'd be a lot better.
And I've just always had a issue with like the consistency of the tone, because sometimes there'll be like someone
my favorite part.
getting shot dead, and it's like a real serious gritty scene, and then you'll have another scene where you're like, this is
love
almost
it.
like a cartoon character.
I love it. Oh, yeah. Duho Hank. Duhoy?
Yeah,
That's his name, right? I always fuck it up. The bald guy. He's funny as fuck. And all his scenes. That's what I love. Like, the one scene. Oh, fuck. I don't want to spoil anything. But just there's certain scenes where it's like real dangerous. And he's real comical about it. And it's all about the wittiness. There's a wittiness to the show of like getting out of things in a funny way. Something very horrible and crazy is happening, but yet they got away in a funny, certain way. Even with Barry.
Henry Winkler, by the way, kills it.
Oh,
he's
kills
my
it.
favorite.
Yeah.
Cusco.
So it's not that I didn't like the season. I just wanted more. I think there should have been a little more. I'm just being greedy.
At least there's so many great shows right
I'm
now.
grateful. I'm grateful for the show. It's a great show. I'm very grateful.
It's better than Obi-Wan.
Oh, God. I don't even want to talk about Obi-Wan.
I'm kind of nerd now because I still love Star Wars, so it's cool to see like lightsaber battles and stuff, and our old school like who we watched in those prequels. It's cool still, but it could be better.
That's one. If you want to talk about one that's stupid tones, is that one, because all of a sudden you get our moments of our childhood where we're like, oh my God, it's a continuation of our childhood, and then the next thing I know, they're being clumsy chasing around this little girl, and it's not just a fucking couple people, it's everyone who's fucking even Obi-Wan stumbling around chasing this little girl, and then the way she's just kind of barely running, she's just kind of barely trucking along, and yet it's like impossible to get her. I'm like, that's the kind of shit that I'm like, is it meant for kids, or is it meant for our generation who know what the fuck's going on?
Who you trying to get here? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't please everybody.
Can't please everybody. Yeah. And then boom, Boys, season 3 started. That was a great first episode.
I know.
Jobins, if you're sleeping on The Boys, you need to watch it. What's it on again?
It is on Prime Video.
Yeah, Prime. Season 3. That show is lit, Jobins. Homelander, fucking love that actor. That was intense on that season opener, dude.
Dude.
It was intense. It's like, that's how you start a season. Because now I'm feeling like, holy shit, I think it's on the new episode. Episode 4 came out yesterday, or 3.
We got some episodes to watch.
So we got some episodes to catch up on. But just from the first episode, I'm like, damn, this season's going to be crazy. It's going to be intense. I like it.
The gruesomeness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so there's some scenes that are like, whoa, I can't believe they just did that.
And badass scenes where you're like, oh man, that was badass. And then there's funny scenes. Really funny. Even kind of like sick, dark humor that you're just like, what the fuck? Homelander is sick.
He
dude.
is sick.
You know who reminds me of Homelander?
Ooh. Who?
Tim.
That's funny as hell. I'll play with it.
Yeah.
I'll play with it. Yeah.
If we were all characters in The Boys, Tim is definitely Homelander. Sean would be our one hero, our badass guy from all our favorite movies. Lord of the Rings. I forget his name.
Ooh, Carl Urban's character.
Yeah, Carl Urban. Sean
Butcher.
Carl Urban's a G. He's a fucking legend. Yeah. But Boys, season 3. Go check it out, Jobins. We didn't get to a couple things. I wanted to talk about asexuality. Next episode. Brendan's got some thoughts on it. I'll let my thoughts on it. We talked a little bit on my thoughts on Tim's pod, but I want to deep into Brendan's brain about asexuality. So thank you for watching, Jobins. Thanks for the love. We appreciate the fuck out of you.
Love you guys.
Episode 79.